Hello, nature enthusiasts. Came out to do a little birding this morning, and I wanted to share a tip about birding, about how to bird, that I find very useful, and that I hope that you might find very useful as well when you're out exploring through habitats, and that is to pause at transitions. Now, what do I mean by transitions? What I'm talking about are transitions where one habitat changes into another habitat. So when you're at the edge of a habitat, what do? Well, one thing that I think is really important, and one thing that I find very, very useful, is to know where the edges of the habitat are. And as I approach them, just as I'm reaching that threshold between one habitat and another, to pause for a moment, right at that threshold, and kind of see what's going on before walking across. Let me show you what I mean. There's a point behind me where these trees break, and out there is a pond. That's an edge. That's a transition where you're going from forest to pond. So when I come to that edge, I'm going to move kind of slowly and see what's out there. Because if you think about it, when I go out and break the edge, let's see what's going on. When I go out to the edge of the habitat, all of the animals, in particular from my concerns here, the birds, are going to see me, probably pretty soon. And most of them are going to run for cover. They're going to fly away, they're going to swim away, they're going to walk away, they're going to hop away. Now, if I come with a lot of bravado and bluster and burst through that edge, all the birds are going to run away that much faster. But if I move slowly, they'll move away slower. Because you see, if they move away really fast, I'm not going to get a chance to look at them. I'm not going to get a chance to even see them necessarily, because I'll be looking one way while all the birds in the other way are busy fleeing. But if I move slow, the birds may move slow. And it may give me a much larger amount of time to spot them and get a look at them. And land to water transitions aren't the only one that's important. Here, I've been walking along this trail behind me, sort of an open space along a road and a trail next to it. But I've come to a point now where I'm going into trees. Do you see this line of trees? That's another habitat transition. So again, just as I get through this line of trees, I'm going to move slow and pause right at that threshold, right at the edge of the border, the transition, and see what's going on in the trees, so I don't disturb the animals in there too much and too suddenly, thereby giving me the chance to actually see them before they run away. And the opposite transition can also be important to pay attention to. Here I am standing inside this grove of trees, and out beyond me that way is a bunch of open grassland. Now, if I leave the cover of the trees here and just storm out there into the grasslands, every bird that's out there, every animal that's out there is going to run for cover. But if I pause at the transition, right where I am here, right at the edge of the tree line, it gives me a chance to look out across the grasslands before really entering that habitat, before really disturbing all the creatures living out there. Which means it gives me a chance to look and hear what's out there. Here are a group of sparrows, mostly golden crowned sparrows, from what I've seen, that are foraging right at that transitional edge between habitats. This is a group that I probably would have scared away completely if I hadn't stopped right at this edge with them and taken a moment to see what was going on. Pausing at transitions allows you these kinds of observations. So, pausing at transitions. I hope that's been a useful tip for you. I hope that you get to go out and use it some, and that it improves your observations when you're out exploring. If you did find this useful, give this video a like. Thank you very much for the view. And leave a comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel. All these activities really help grow the channel itself, and I appreciate them very much. So until next time, enjoy the natural world.